Dev server is open, so let's take a look on the new F-15s at first. Hello guys, once again it's Matt, and today we are here in the dev server again. Thank you all the members and patrons, make sure to subscribe. And here we have the F-15J Kai, or the evolution of the F-15. We're going to check the 3 new F-15s into the game, okay? What you have to know is that there aren't that many changes. The main one is the radar itself, okay? The radar is a better radar, obviously, to actually be able to carry the Fox 3 missiles. That's it, right? That's the main difference. It should be a little bit heavier, but not by much, okay? The missiles that the Kai can actually take are very interesting. We have the AIM-7, of course, the AIM-9L, which is kind of weird to have the AIM-9L, but still, AIM-9M, the AAM-3, and the brand new AAM-4. Here's the stat card, doesn't change too much, but it is a 40G missile, 80 kilometers of launch range, 16 kilometers of active radar homing range, and yeah, it is pretty much an AIM-120C variant, okay? It's closer to that than anything else. Before we test fly these things, I want to show to you guys the other ones. We have the F-15C MSIP for the Americans, of course. With it, we have basically the same aircraft, but uses the AIM-120 instead of the AAM-4. So you can see that it is an AIM-120A. Okay, so it's 35G, so it's a little bit less capable than the AAM-4, but still. And notice something interesting here. See how we have a drop tank over here? Guys, this is the conformal fuel tanks. So yes, they added conformal fuel tanks for the C variant of the F-15. So you can see there's nothing here, right? It's clear. And then when I choose the actual fuel tank over here, see how it basically just creates this fuel tank right here. So this thing will have a lot of fuel right now, like a lot of fuel. And of course, as I said, AIM-120A, sorry. And of course, the AIM-9s. Same radar as the Kai variant, of course. The skins are always, like, they're all these ones. They don't have any other different skins, okay? And the last F-15 that they added is the BAZ, but not any BAZ, the improved BAZ, which is a very, very interesting one as well. Very similar to the C. It is basically a C, but it has the option of the Python 3. It doesn't have the ability to carry the Derby missile, okay? It is still the same AIM-120s that we have. And it does have the conformal fuel tanks if you want to take them. The skin is pretty cool, very different, but the same from the Israeli, same radar, same everything, okay? So let's grab the Japanese because it's my favorite one, because it has the best Fox 3 missile of the 3. And yeah, let's go to a custom battle to just like fly around a little bit. So here we have it. You can see that we can take a lot of fuel with these aircraft, of course. We're gonna take off and just fly around. These are just custom battles, you know, nothing too crazy to test the performance. I will be doing videos like that, testing the proper performance later, okay? Probably when the servers are actually up, right? So no cockpit, as you see. And yeah, guys, there's nothing too crazy to even show to you guys. You know, it's an aircraft that we already know. You know, it's the evolution of the F-15A. Look at the amount of fuel that I'm taking. I'm not even using the conformal fuel tanks, and I'm taking like more than an hour of fuel. So let me just remove these external fuel tanks. And another thing that you have to notice is that not only you have the AAM-4 or the AIM-120, but you do have a TWS mode in this radar, which is probably the main feature of this radar compared to the original APG-63, right? And yeah, expect this thing to perform very close to that. As you see, it does even look kind of similar to a later model AIM-120. Is this like a proper model of the AAM-4? I have no idea. It looks very much like an AIM-120. Now I'm kind of confused. I know they are very similar missiles, but yeah, I'm gonna get closer to some targets and try to fire some missiles just for you to check it out. But you can see the performance of it is pretty amazing. Look at the amount of speed that I already have. So yeah, nothing too crazy to talk about it here, to be honest, but it is a very cool aircraft no matter what. So here we have some detections. Let me try to fire some missiles over here. Hold up. I don't know if this radar is really ready. It's kind of weird. But yeah, once you get a soft lock, you can just fire the missile. That's pretty much it. Everything is kind of work in progress, but still. And you can see on the radar where the missile is actually, which is pretty interesting to see, I gotta say. With this, you can kind of see where the actual, which is the target that the radar is looking, and which is the target that the missile is looking. So, as you see, for example, I have 2 different targets with, or 4, let's see, like 4 different targets over here with 4 different missiles going to different places and different targets, and it's actually showing to me where these targets are, right? So it's a pretty interesting thing to actually have like this, and you have the energy of the missile and everything like that. So it is a very fun little way of knowing how to properly aim these missiles. Of course, these are all work in progress, but you can kind of see how it works, right? It's kind of bugged a little bit, right? I mean, I guess. I don't know where these missiles are going, actually. I think they're gonna hit. Or not. I don't know. They don't have a lot of energy anymore, so they might just miss. Come on, it's not hitting anything. Oh, there you go. See the target there, it's flying like a madman. And the missile is trying to trying to do some weird maneuvers, and it's losing the grip on the aerodynamics there. Let's see if it actually hits. I don't know if it's gonna hit. I don't think it will. No, the missile just thought that out. But yeah, guys, basically that's how it's going to work, you know. Like I said, that's why I don't want to actually properly test these missiles yet, because they are not really ready, kind of. So let's hop into a test flight with the other ones to just show to you guys in a more controlled environment. So here we have it, the F-15C for the US, and you can see that the cockpit is ready. It's very cool that it has the actual MFD working there. So if you change the missile up, it changes the missile that it's going to be fired, as you see there. So it is a very welcomed indeed rework for the MFDs. Even the radar and everything else, it just feels a lot better than it was, right? So yeah, look at the amount of fuel that I can take on this thing. It's more than 90 minutes, like 104 minutes of fuel with the conformal fuel tanks. This is a heavy F-15. I don't think you will ever need to take the external fuel tanks. The conformal fuel tanks will already be enough, right? Or maybe just take the external fuel tanks. Let me just take off to get these out of the aircraft because it's too heavy. And it's still 30 minutes! Oh my god, the conformal fuel tanks are almost as big as the internal fuel tank of this thing, man. But yeah, it's a heavy boat. It's a heavy boat. Even with this, it's a heavy boat. So yeah, the same modes of the radar as you see. If we get a hard lock, let's see how the radar actually... Yeah, it's the same as you see. So you can just miss the lock, and on the radar screen over there, it will appear the radar and the missile and everything like that. Where the missile... I mean, what is appearing is the missile itself, the actual target, and of course the speed of the missile and everything like that, right? You can help the missile a little bit. So yeah, it's looking at the target right there and the speed and everything like that. So it's a very good situation. Let me just test one thing. Yeah, the flare system is not really working right now. You can change it up, but still, it is pretty cool, the skin, everything like that. But yeah, it's just an F-15, nothing too different as well. Let me just test. I don't even need to test it. I mean, it's the same aircraft. So let's return to the hangar and wrap the video up. Or we can never put up right now because the target doesn't want to. It doesn't want to get back to the hangar. So yeah, as you see, the conformal fuel tanks is where the actual pylon is of the missile, because the missile would be on the fuselage there. So now it's on the actual conformal fuel tank. So very good. And now it's the modern looking F-15 that we already that we know, you know. So it's pretty cool. So yeah, guys, this is the F-15. Keep an eye out for more aircraft. I will be covering every single aircraft that was added and some of the tanks as well. So I see you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe, and bye guys. See ya.